So I guess it's kind of debatable what the best football league in the world is. We all know the Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga. You kind of have those top 5 leagues. It's the Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, Ligue 1, and then the Serie A. So yeah, those are kind of the top 5. If you had to choose kind of a best league with the best all-around talent, I personally would go with the Premier League. It could be debated. La Liga probably up there, but those are probably the 2 best leagues in my opinion again. So what I wanted to do is put all of pretty much every relevant player in FIFA into one league. Every single player in the same league and see how things shake up. So it's what we've done today. We've put every player into the Premier League randomly. I've literally just randomized every single player except for players that were already in the Premier League. So for example, like Aguero's still going to be on Man City with Gabriel Jesus and all his other current teammates, but players like Ronaldo, Messi have been randomized throughout the Premier League. So that is what we're going to do today. We are going to see what happens if every single player was in the Premier League. Who would win? Would we have a new champion, or would teams like City, Spurs, would they continue to dominate? Let's get into this by checking out each team, the players that have been added to each team. Let me know if I've forgotten to take one of the players. Maybe you enjoy who's high rated into the Premier League. Let me know if I forgot anyone. Now the title isn't exactly true to itself because it's kind of physically impossible to put every player in the Premier League. So like I said, these are only sort of the 80+ rated players they've been put into the Premier League. So we're gonna sim the season in a second, but first we're gonna go team by team and see which players have been added. First, we're gonna start out with Arsenal, who, look at this is my first time seeing it. They got Cristiano Ronaldo. They also have Gigi Buffon, Aubameyang already on the team, Parejo, we got Nabry right there, Socrates, Leno, Adan. So they kind of got unlucky and got stuck with a few goalkeepers, and you can see a lot of these players already, players on Arsenal. We got Boateng though, and that's pretty much it for this team. Again, feel free to skip ahead in the video or whatnot, because I'm just going to go through each team to show you which players have been added to each squad. Bournemouth up second, their highest rated player, Chiellini. They also got a Courtois, one of the best goalkeepers in the game, Verratti, Payet, Pizzi, Ribéry, Partey, Semedo, Wilson already on the team, Lerma, and I think that's about it for all the players that have been added to Bournemouth. So as you're starting to see, only a few players, probably like 10 max, have been added to each team. So what is that? Overall, we've added a lot of players to the Premier League. Next up, we got Brighton. Let's see who they got. Oh my God, Brighton. Holy crap. Messi, Dybala, Bale, Marquinhos. That is insane. Brighton definitely gonna have a chance to win the league. Dalvin as well, Tolisso, Martinez. Guys, Brighton might be my favorite to win the league. You can kind of see though, after these 10 players that they got added to the team, 10-ish players, they kind of have their same lineup. So they're kind of struggling a little bit. But how can you say they're struggling? I mean, health. They have Lionel Messi, Dybala, Bale. That is going to be an insane front line for Brighton. Let's move on to the next team. It's going to be Burnley, who got Luis Suarez, Keylor Navas, Pjanic, Sewell, Di Maria, Grimaldo, Balotelli. Moving back to the Prem, we got Dennis Suarez, and is that it for Burnley? They only got a few players in this randomization. Yeah, that's about it for them. Yeah, as you're seeing, we didn't exactly add every single player. I know, I probably shouldn't have titled the video like that. But anyways, we put the best players into the Premier League. This team, we got Cardiff, they got Busquets, Isco, Sandro, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Alba, Rabiot, Jardel, Strootman, Vermaelen, and I think that's it for Cardiff. As I'm going through these teams, put down below in the comments who you think is going to win the Premier League in this attempt. For Chelsea, of course, Hazard's gonna be #1. They also got Ter Stegen, Immobile, Higuain. Oh my God, they got some good strikers here. Azpilicueta, Robin, Willian, a few of these guys already on Chelsea. Julian Draxler, Kovacic, Luis Gustavo, Rudiger was already on the team. Gaia they got as well. Wow, okay. Chelsea getting a lot of players. They're probably still going to be up there amongst the favorites to win it. Crystal Palace, and under London side, getting Coutinho, Casemiro, Milinkovic, Savic, Jerome Boateng, Jonas Kimpembe. Is that it? Wow, they didn't get as many players. Let's scroll back a little bit. Wow, that's weird. I don't know why the randomization, they only got a few players. Interesting. Okay, so some teams getting more players than other. No, like, I don't know why that happened in this randomization. We're just gonna work with it though. I don't want to, change anything right now. This is Palace's team. It's still a very good squad. I mean, Coutinho, they got some great midfielders here as well. That's going to be a solid team. It's just going to be so interesting to see who gets relegated because every team is so good. Everton up next. Marcelo is their best player. So they kind of got unlucky. Marcelo is good, but they kind of got a lot of defenders here. No attackers for Everton. Umtiti, Bonucci, Kimmich, so their back line is going to be so good. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. De Vrij, Lucas Leiva, is that it? Wow, they didn't get as many players either. They did get Munir as well. Again, their defense is stacked. Rami, Digne, here's an attacker they got. Abakar, I definitely just butchered that name. You know what? They got him. He is a decent striker in career mode. Yeah, Mina was already on. No, they did get Mina. Was he on the team already? He might have been on the team already. That's it for Everton, though. On to the next team. All right, Fulham. Do we got any Fulham fans out there in the comment section? Hopefully, we improved your team a little bit. Godin, Rakitic, Varane, Szczesny, Thomas Muller, Allen, Sommer. They got a few goalkeepers. Acerbi, Dani Alves, Corona, Was. Is that it? Sanson. They got a decent amount of players here on the squad. Fulham looking good. It's so crazy to see all these lower rated teams in the Premier League now getting improved. It's going to be so interesting to see what happens in this simulation. Okay, I don't want to spend all day looking at these teams, like the whole episode looking on the teams. I'm going to speed things up a little bit. Huddersfield Town. Wow, a few 90 rated players for them. Oblak, Lewandowski, Alba, Hamsik, Benzema, Douglas Costa, Hazard's little brother. We got Florenzi. That's it for Huddersfield. Leicester City up next. Griezmann's their top player, as well as Manuel Neuer. We know in these simulations, if you've watched my videos in the past, goalkeepers have a huge influence on how teams do. I'm going to say Leicester finishes top 4. I honestly think it's going to happen. PK, Mertens, Carvajal, Mandzukic, Timo Werner. We got Herrera. Yeah, that's it for Leicester. Liverpool, we're kind of halfway done now. Salah, of course, is their number 1 player. They got Koulibaly, Hummels, Van Dijk already on the team. Wow, they didn't get many players either. Matswidi, I guess I need to scroll back because they just have a lot of high-rated players in general. Asensio's a big one. Fabinho already on the team. They got Iker Casillas. That's really funny. I gotta keep scrolling, man. Kondogbia got added to their team. Stindl got added to their team. I think that's it. I'm scrolling like to the last page. Liverpool is just stacked with so many players. Manchester City. Oh my God, this team's gonna be good. I can feel it. So we got to scroll down. Insigne is the best player that they got. They just had so many high-rated players to begin with. Saul, in addition to the team. Dembele, in addition. Cuadrado. Wow, this team's going to be good. Felipe on their team. Nacho Fernandez on this team. Man City, man. Fabregas, I mean, that's nothing to scream about, but still, Fabregas, a high-rated player. Garay, yeah, they really didn't need any improvements to begin with, but hell, they got some good players. And Manchester United. Okay, let's see what they got. Koke to the team. Perrin, they don't need goalkeepers because they already have De Gea. Naldo, we have anyone else, like, relevant here? Alcacer. He's a new addition. Yeah, definitely a new addition. You guys can kind of see some of these players. I'm not too familiar if they were on the team, if they weren't. But Man United not getting too many players. That's really strange. Newcastle United, James Rodriguez, Telles, Costa, Khedira, Miranda, Falcao, Guedes, Rafinha, Mario Götze. Wow, a lot of players for Newcastle there. All right, I promise we're almost done. Then we can get into the experiment. Thiago, Pepe, Perisic for Southampton, Jimenez, Berkey, Neto. Few goalkeepers for them. Barzagli, Malcolm, Vestergaard, I think was already on the team. That's it for Southampton. Tottenham Hotspur, are you kidding me? They get Neymar. That is so lucky for a team already as good as Tottenham. Anyone else big? They got Dzeko, Nainggolan, Witsel. Spurs might win the league. I think they're going to. Anyone else here? Let's see. Cancelo added to the team. Silesen. Boys, I think Spurs are going to win the league. Them or City, because they already had good teams to begin with. Now they're getting even better players. All right, I think 3 teams left. We got Modric on Watford, Cavani, Royce, Skinnerari, Manolas, Rodrigo, Lamar, Watford again. Solid. These teams are just improving so much. Let's just go rapid fire. The remaining teams. West Ham United getting Toni Kroos, Mbappe, Icardi, Felipe Anderson. It's so weird seeing Mbappe's name on West Ham. That's honestly crazy. Sane was already on the team, maybe. Arthur coming over from Barcelona. I think we have 1 or 2 teams left. Yeah, we got last team here, Wolves, and then we can get into things. Sergio Ramos, Handanovic here, Brahimi, Coman. Wow, Wolves not getting improved that much. One thing I've noticed about Wolves, though, is they usually do so well in these career mode experiments, but at the teams, let's get into this episode. So, of course, before we get into the video, we have to choose which team we're going to be going into things with. I think I'm just going to do it random. I am going to just scroll over on my Xbox controller. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to count down whatever team I land on, that's what we're choosing. 3, 2, 1, we're off. And we got stuck with Burnley. I shouldn't say stuck because Burnley is going to be a solid team. Let's go into it. I think this is good too. Burnley is a team we don't normally use in these videos. Let's make sure everything is set up correctly. Current squads. You got to turn off the transfer window. I don't want any moves being made. I'll keep the European competitions on as well. And I think I'm going to put Burnley in the European competitions. Let's take out Spurs. And let's put Burnley in. I think Burnley, I mean, they should win it. All these other teams have just gotten rid of all their good players. So Burnley should have a good chance of winning the Champions League. I just exit out. You know what? I'll put them back in. Let's just get into the career mode though. So before we get into the simulation, we have to set the lineup for Burnley because as you can see, the players that we've added are not even in the starting 11. Let's get out and see. I can't honestly remember who got added to the team. So we got Luis Suarez. We got some decent strikers up here. Who else did we get? Balotelli. I guess we start Balotelli. They didn't get all that many good players now that I'm looking at it, but I guess you can't complain when you got Luis Suarez up front. You got Keylor Navas in net. Let's throw him in there. Dennis Suarez in the midfield. I think we're just gonna stay with the formation. It looks fine to me. Well, who else do we add in here? I saw Ronaldo. We're definitely gonna put him in the left back position. So one thing that is definitely going to be rough with Burnley is the lack of defenders. They didn't get too many defenders in this randomization. Oh, I missed Sewell. Maybe not. He's definitely going to be helpful. They did get a high rated goalkeeper, which is huge when it comes to simulations in career mode. Pjanic, I missed him as well. So this team is honestly going to be so amazing. I think I don't know. Compared to other teams in the Premier League, we'll see how they do. I think that's it though. I don't think I can add anyone else to the starting 11. We're just gonna keep the reserves and subs. Like the computer will change all that when we go into the simulations. I'm gonna predict, I do think Burnley's not gonna finish as good as some of the other teams. I'm gonna say 14th for Burnley, 14th place. I'm really concerned about McNeil at left wing. I might even just put Lennon in there. It looks a lot better. I'm gonna say 14th for Burnley. Let's save this starting 11. I think we just get into the simulation. We'll go to January like we always do. We'll get a check-in on things. Let's do that. Let's sim to January, boys, and we'll be back during the January transfer window. All right, so here we are. It's just going to be a quick update in January, but I like to do this just so we can see how the league is going to shape up. If we're still in the Premier League, the Champions League as well. Let's see what happened. Burnley, how are we doing? Oh, we're in the FA Cup. Okay, we don't really care about the FA Cup right now. The only things we're really focusing on, pretty much the Premier League. I mean, the Champions League is kind of just something for fun on the side. Let's look at the Premier League first. Oh my God, 16th place. I told you Burnley was going to struggle. Even with Messi on Brighton, Brighton is doing terrible. The big teams continue to dominate. Spurs, City, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham. Why is West Ham so high up in the table? That's crazy. A lot of games left to go, so there's still time to make up ground. I told you Burnley were going to struggle. Let's see the top goal scorers in the league. If, you know, Ronaldo or Messi are even up here in the top goal scoring list. Let's check this out right now. I got to skip through all these other leagues. Come on. Where are the Premier League goal scorers? Come on. I think I just went the long way around. Here we go. Premier League. Sigurdsson. Are you kidding me? Is leading the league. We got King, Kane, Ronaldo is 4th for Arsenal. Sanchez, Plee, Perisic, Morata at 8. Really? That's interesting. Ozil, Hazard, Immobile up there, Lukaku, Malcolm. So it's kind of a mix of the players that were already in the Premier League and the players that weren't in the Premier League. One player I don't see is Messi. Messi, nowhere to be found. We do have Dybala. It's interesting to see that Brighton is struggling terribly, but that's how we're looking. Let's check out the Champions League table, and then we'll get to the end of the season, and we'll see how things all wrapped up here. With every player being in the Premier League, things are kind of going, you know, same old, same old. So we're taking on Galatasaray. We did make it out of the group. Let's see. PSV won the group. Interesting. Barcelona finishing last, which you can expect because all their good players are gone. So that's how it's looking. All right, let's sim to the end of the season. Enough of this. I just want to see how things finish. I'm sure you guys do too. Let's go. End of the season. This is it, the end of the season. And judging by the calendar, I can see that we just lost to Liverpool in the semi-finals of the Champions League. So I'm guessing Liverpool's probably going to be playing another Premier League side in the final of the Champions League. We'll check that out in a second. Let's see how we finished 17th place. Burnley just avoiding relegation. Messi gets relegated down to League 2, or not League 2, the Championship, I'm sorry. That's crazy stuff right here. So what I can judge from this, the big teams, honestly, they just improved even more. I mean, it's kind of what you can expect. We had the teams randomized. It probably would have been better if we randomized every single player in the Premier League so that players like Hazard could maybe move to a different team, but that's just how it worked. Chelsea winning, Spurs, United, Arsenal. I think it's going to be more important to see the top goal scorers in the league, sort of which players did the best on these teams. Ronaldo, top goal scorer. I don't know why Messi did so poorly. I want to see, maybe he got injured, maybe something happened, unsure. Ronaldo, Sigurdsson for some reason did really well. Hazard, King, Suarez, Ozil, Dzeko, Sanchez, Insigne, Morata. I'm just going to kind of scroll down here. Dybala, Malcolm. Again, it's kind of a mix of players that were already in the Premier League and players that got moved over. That was it for that. Let's check out the assist getters here. I don't know why Everton had so many players in these lists, but they did for some reason. Let's check out the what am I saying? The Champions League real quick, and we're gonna see which team finished first in that. Which, again, the Champions League really didn't matter, but the two teams facing off, yep, it's two Premier League sides, and it was 4 Premier League teams in the semi-final. That's really funny. Okay, well, you had a Manchester derby in the semi-final. That's interesting. Before we end today's episode, 2 things I'm gonna check out. First, I just want to see what happened to Messi. What happened to Messi? He played 6 games total. That's what happened. Bale played 8 games. How are you gonna have Lionel Messi on your team and only playing for 6 games? I mean, even if he did get injured, he should have played more than 6 games. FIFA broken. That's one thing that sucks about these experiments is, you know, FIFA's broken and things like this are going to happen. As we conclude the episode, leave a like for more videos like this one right here. And I just want to check out the stats from our Burnley players. Suarez leading the charge there, 19 goals. Balotelli, Suarez, Di Maria. Where's players like Pjanic and them? I hope they got playing time. They better have got playing time. Navas played only 24 games. Interesting. Pjanic, 24 games. These players really need to have played more games, but I guess that's just the way things work out. Guys, that's it for today's episode where we put kind of every big player in the world into the Premier League. Chelsea ended up winning it. So leave a like if you guys want to see more videos like this, and we'll see you boys later. Peace.